Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at episode 5 of Food Wars Season 3. Holy crap! Oh, holy crap! So, this episode happened. So I'll say this right now. Professor Anime, my friend, he told me, oh hey, this week's episode was really good on Twitter. He tweeted it out, and I was like, oh, I was looking forward to it. I couldn't wait, so I ended up watching it. And at first I was like, yeah, it's just a regular episode. It seems like this doesn't really seem anything that great. Don't get me wrong, it was a bad episode at the beginning. It was just more so kind of just basic stuff. We see Souma State in the whole thing. We see everyone's kind of rankings overall so far. In terms of the Moon Festival, and for the most part, it was just going to end on it looked like a note where it was just going to be comedy. It really did. It looked like it was not going to be anything serious, just comedy. However, things changed quite dramatically near the end of the episode, where we see Erina's father show up, and apparently he was actually exiled from the actual whole entire community, the academy. He was never allowed to set foot back on that place ever again. But he's like, nah, he goes, I want to taste my daughter's cooking and see, how she's been doing. For the most part, just, he's the one who apparently, as he says, cultivated her dragon's, her god's tongue. I'm thinking of something else. Her god's tongue, as he mentioned. And I'm like, oh, that's weird, but okay. But, it was funny because then Soma comes walking in and he's like, oh yeah, hey, I hope we can eat your food here. I want to see how your food is. Which is interesting because he's like, oh, she owes me anyways. He's like, do you want one of these meat buns? And she's like, no, I don't want one of those. He's like, she owes me now. And it's like, she really doesn't technically. She doesn't owe you crap just because you gave her a meat bun and forced it on her. But we see that Erina's father really puts her in a kind of like almost shivering state to the point that she was just shut down by him, and it was really only brought back when Soba came into the doors and basically made Erina's father leave without really trying to do that, just because he's like, oh, you should really choose your friends more carefully, and all these people you're serving are so... I'm like, wow, dude. But then the very ending, oh boy, I had thought that maybe the crux of the episode would be the fact of that, just the father's appearance, or even possibly meeting the head chef, the head of the Elite 10, the number 1 spot, because he seemed like a very interesting guy, and the way his character was, and just I was very surprised. I thought that would be a very different character for the person in charge of everyone, or the leader of the Elite 10, but no, apparently he's like the best of the best for a reason. And probably, I don't know, I'm torn because I want to use him as a thumbnail. His thumbnail was kind of cool, but I'm like, at the same time, I could use the ending scene, because the ending scene is where this episode really drives everything forward, where Erina's father tells the current head of the whole thing, the old man that we met from the Shokugeki last season, that he's now running everything. He's in charge, because apparently 6 of the 10 elites actually said, hey, we want him in charge from now on. He's going to become the new headmaster and be the reform that we need for this whole society. So I'm like, oh, that was a surprise to me. I did not see that coming. I really legit did not see that coming. So that blew me away. Yeah, I'm very curious now. What is going to happen next? I wonder if they're going to fight each other, or what's going to happen with this. So I'm pumped for this. Now I understand why people say this is like the best part of the arc in terms of like the story. It gets so great. I'm like, okay, I see why now. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. I'm done with my reviews. Now I gotta figure out what thumbnail I want to use. I'm like, you guys have no idea. Like, I'm legit thinking I want to use the night one, just because I don't want to put too much of an emphasis on their father. I want that kind of be a surprise. But the same token, it's like, oh man, that's tough. Anyways, have a great Halloween, everyone. God bless you all. Hopefully you stay safe out there when you go trick-or-treating and stuff like that, or you go to parties or whatever. Have a good time, everyone. God bless you all, really, seriously. Bye-bye, everyone.